Hmm.
Is your camera on?
Camera's not on. Microphone is though, and we are live. So. 1 second. 1 second. Let me come and give you a squeeze. There you go. Love you too. I'll see you in the morning. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Upstairs now, so.
Okay. Sweet dreams then. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Construction sim. Say that. Oh, Daisy, you absolute stinky girl. Ooh. Yeah. Well, she's been eating, but damn. And sweet. Where are we? UK. We are in the UK. It's the 4th today. Gaming. We are playing Construction Simulator. There is. And let's turn you on there. Bosh, bosh, and no bosh. I think that's good. Where are we? There it is. Here comes Mirror. Game is saved automatically. Do not quit. I wasn't planning on it, to be fair. Yeah, let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TFTC1 going live, what can only be described as a Wednesday. Here it is, twitch.tv/TMTC1. Bargain. No password, let's create the game, let's get it in. KH is already in chat. I have seen Mirror join and kick off on Steam. I'm not sure if he's in chat, he hasn't said hello yet. If he is, he may be on his mobile or whatever. Rich and Leanne, good evening to you. I hope you guys are well. I'm going to start with a minute carry on. I'm going to wish you guys cheers.
I always stand by here.
And good health. There we go. Server is up. That camera is... What's going on with that camera there? That is horrendous. What is going on with that camera there? What if I go back to custom? Professional streamer. Oh yeah. Got it. Fixed it. There we go. Right, server is up and running. We'll wait for it. Here is Mirror. It is. That is still a little bit oversized, I think. But you know what? I'm not. You get to the point where you've been doing stuff for so long. You just no. Fussy. People join. It is. We are all good. We are all good. Sweet. KH has joined the game. Yeah, he has. We'll give him 2 minutes to cycle on through and stuff. But, cheers and good health. Some work get done now. Yep, KH is in, Mirror's in. Senior, hey up. Somebody's spending money. KH is spending money already. Hang on a minute. Didn't sign up for this. Why is he spending my dollar? Hang on a minute. Where is the crew? Oh, Mirror's in as well. Ah, okay. There's Mirror. Let's take Mirror as a foreman. We'll wait for KH. KH should be a second and then he'll come. And then I'll give you the update for those interested on my car from the Ombudsman. long story short, nothing changed. Nothing changed other than the stance, slightly. But apparently, some people don't. I mean, I get it. Some people don't like being told they're incompetent. Which, you know, I may have had a take with the person that's doing my case, rightly or wrongly. You know, wrongly, obviously, but you'll perhaps understand why if I explain. It was right there you go, boys. It's all done. So I heard back from the Ombudsman after my initial rejection of the findings because, you know, it's the original finding he was against me. So I then basically said that, you know, you're taking this wrong. It should be the fact that the quality of the car doesn't meet what you would consider as a good standard. You know what I mean? So that's taken another 3 weeks for him to respond, basically saying the fact that because the car wasn't serviced in 2021, that has a detrimental effect on the vehicle, and yeah, I shouldn't have been using the vehicle. So therefore his stance and his judgment remains the same. So I very politely hit reply and went, I still don't understand your logic. The parts that I've complained about are non-serviceable parts, so it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as I consider, non-serviceable parts in my world, and probably most people's world, should last 10 years or 100,000 miles. That's kind of the generic sum that I would guess. And certainly not 8 years or 40,000 miles. So he then responded and went, it doesn't particularly matter. So I hit response to him and went, actually, I think your entire assessment shows a level of lack of understanding and borderline incompetence. So yeah, it's clearly one-sided. So I have now asked for. So he didn't like being called incompetent. Can't think why. At least said can't think why. He doesn't like being called incompetent, but I think it shows gross negligence and incompetence. But so I basically told him that he didn't like that. So he said, "I'm issuing you with like a verbal strike," which is two strikes and you're out. So you know, I pretty much said, "Is that the only avenue that you have for escape at this point? You've basically backed yourself into a corner and you're looking to wiggle out of it." So he very kindly hit me with a verbal strike and sent me a policy document to read. So I very quickly read his policy document that says if I disagree with that, you can then escalate that to his manager. So I said, perfectly fine. Hit reply. Please escalate this to your manager for an independent review on your on the grounds that clearly you're upset about nothing. That you're upset about the truth. Yeah. You know, as I do, what will happen is they will close ranks. So I again disagreed with his findings, obviously, because to me he's not taking into consideration that they're non-serviceable parts, or has given the incorrect weight. So yeah, but I genuinely feel at this point, and I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but I feel like the Ombudsman at this stage reminds me of HR in the company. They're there to protect the garage. Rightly or wrongly, that's just how I feel, and that's my interpretation, is that, you know, that garage is borderline, join the Ombudsman scheme, pay them a fee to borderline be protected. That's my personal interpretation. That's how I feel, based on the service I say service, I will put that in air quotes. The service I've received from these people is tantamount incompetent. It genuinely is, and decisions that are just beggars belief as far as I can see. But we are where we are. So long story short, we still disagree. He sent it off for a final review, which is then that's his choice. And then I wrote to the Ombudsman, because he gave me a verbal strike and he didn't like it. I then wrote to the Ombudsman and basically you complained to the Ombudsman about that poor service. And I'm sitting there thinking, do you know what? I feel like a right whingy person. And I'm genuinely not. I'm honestly not. It's just, if you were to do that, I mean, this car is now obviously 10 years old, but 5 years from when I bought it. If you buy the same car now, a 5-year-old electric Leaf, that is about £14,000. So £14,000 to last you 3 years, I think, is just not on. I genuinely don't think that's on at all. That's the equivalent. Anyway, Matt, someone asked me to read a letter from an ombudsman. Yep, that's why I never bother. The letter was a collection of empty buzzwords and fallacy. The ombudsman's letter wasn't an independent judgment on a dispute. It was an example of professional negligence. Yeah. It is, he's borderline trying to hide behind fluffy words, hoping that people don't understand or comprehend it. Unfortunately, you know, despite the fact that my hair's out here and my beard's out here, I'm a reasonably intellectual man. I can hold a conversation on various levels, to various degrees, on various hierarchies. You know, I used to be called a chameleon. I can fit into any environment, basically, whether it be, you know, sitting with people who are homeless to sitting with people that are just billionaires. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you treat everybody like a civilised human being, that's the secret. Be civil and be human. Be respectful. It's not rocket science, people. It isn't rocket science. And yeah, I just think independent, my Harris, no. I could pretty much say without any shadow of a doubt that there is no way that they are neutral at this point. Based on my you know, experience, interactions, it is just another company to protect the garage. Simple as that. And my favourite point is, you know, I'm pretty sure at some point that he was going to ask me to prove the fact that the garage sold me the car with that fault, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, it's not for me to prove that, it's for them to prove that they didn't really. I bought the car in good faith. It's failed. It's on them to prove that they do diligence, not me. Nobody's twisting this around. You know, show me the history of you did on that car from the point where the car arrived at the garage, the 150 point or whatever it is check that you're supposed to do on the car, which, by the way, wouldn't include the transmission or service. So I could go back to the ombudsman with the same principle, going, well, they didn't check it. So how can they confirm that they didn't sell it to me with that fault? They can't. At that point, you're just locking heads, aren't you? Yeah, it's just a neutral argument over who is supposed to provide that evidence. Me or the garage? It's just madness. Absolute madness. Well, it is as it is. Needless to say, I won't be recommending them. You know, and I'll certainly never buy another Nissan. But I think that's more because I love my car. I love my electric car, don't get me wrong. But Nissan took the finger off the pulse many years ago. So at the point where I'll be buying a car now, so move forward 5 years, so what, 2020-ish vehicle, if I was looking to buy again. A 2020-ish vehicle, I would be looking at a Hyundai Kona or a Kia Niro. Those are, for that year, the best EVs. Simple as that. Simple as that. So there you go. Cheers. But on a positive note, and on a good note, and on a hot, sexy note, took Torch's suggestion from last stream and did the CJ4 flight this morning before work. I thought I'll just give it a whirl. I'll give it a once. I'll give it one shot. And if I land it, I land it. And if I don't, I don't. Do you know what I mean? That's it. It gets one shot, and I've got to crack on with work. So I thought I will do it first person from the cockpit. Yeah, the car dealership's defence, Richard, is basically supported by the Ombudsman. Is they said that they didn't sell the car with any faults, and yeah, they didn't sell the car with any faults, and the fault developed after 3 years. But my argument again to the Ombudsman and them isn't the fault. A fault is a fault. I can live with one fault. But if you have a look at an electric vehicle and the components in an electric vehicle, you have a motor, a transmission, an onboard charger, and then a bucket load of high electrical kind of resistance transistors and switches, and you know what I mean? There isn't a lot to go wrong on an electric vehicle at all. So the onboard charger went in 2020, so that was within 2 years of ownership. Onboard charger, £3,000 to fix. That was done on warranty. Only because, by the way, I took out the extended warranty, otherwise that would have been on me to fix, 3,000 quid. And then 2021 is where the T/M error started to appear. Yeah, so in that kind of 5-year period, so I bought the car in 2018, I think. 18? Yeah, 2018. So 19 was fine. 20 onboard charger. 21 T/M error. 22, 23. Diagnosed. So T/M error appeared in 21. Diagnosed in 22. And then here we are in 23. And then he had the barefaced cheek to me to say that my service history wasn't up to date because I haven't serviced the vehicle since 2020. So I said, well, actually, the vehicle was serviced in 2020. The fault appeared in 2021. Why, on this God's green earth, am I servicing a vehicle that's faulty and can't be used? Why would anybody on this planet service a vehicle that can't be used? Just to do maintenance. The entire vehicle in the last 3 years has done, I think, 3,000 miles, 4,000 miles. Done. And since last year, it's done less than 900 miles. The bloke at the MOT testing station was like, it's done less than 1,000 miles. I went, oh, I know. Oh! Bridge jumper! Talking down. Dang it. Oh! Got it. Nailed it. Perfect. So yeah, it's kind of one of those where you just think, known as distraction, not allowed in court. Yeah, it's just bad. Take ownership of the fact that it was a faulty car, and like I said, electric vehicles, motor gone, transmission gone, onboard charger gone. There's only like 5 major components, maybe even 4 major components. And with 4 major components, that's a 75% failure ratio on non-serviceable parts in 8 years. Now, even if you take out that 8 years, that's still 3 years where it was under my ownership. And for those first 2 years, so 18, 19 and 20, it was serviced. And I stopped servicing it because it was just, I'm not throwing money out the window. I ain't doing that, that's just daft. And that's the disappointing thing is, the same car now would cost £15,000. And I thought if to receive the same treatment I've received now at £15,000 would just, honestly, that's awful. It's awful. It's not on. It's absolutely not on. And they just rely on the fact that you've got no money to follow it up. That's exactly what they do. They might come. Do you know what? If I'm not made redundant, I might just pursue this. I might, just for giggles. I've not heard a defence yet. The defence is the fact that they say they sold me the car perfectly fine. The car was fine when sold. That's their defence. The car was fine when sold, and the first fault didn't appear until 2 years after I'd owned it. So the car was fine. It was sold to me fine. That's the problem. And I think the other problem is the ombudsman take on the garage, not Nissan, and it's Nissan in theory that have the problem because it's the build quality. So again, it's who is the correct person to own the complaint. because in theory the garage sold me the car that, you know, has lasted, rightly or wrongly, it hasn't lasted what I would consider a reasonable length of time at all. But it's just kind of one of those, isn't it, where, yeah. So it's back. Again, it's back with the ombudsman now for a independent final decision that's reviewed and done by somebody else. But that again takes an additional 2 months. But if I'm blatantly honest, I genuinely think they'll just close ranks. True, however, that is an admission of guilt. Fine, go with that. It's just that, you know, I can say I've serviced it I've honestly serviced it up to the point of the year before it had the fault. So it had so 2020 serviced, fault appeared in 2021, not serviced. I think there may have been an overlap of about 3 or 4 weeks where I couldn't get it serviced. So it might have been over the service agreement, but service by about 3 weeks. But that was COVID. You know what I mean? Getting anything done in anywhere in 2021, 2022 was a bloody nightmare. So, and I could argue that as well. You know, that's another point. How do you get a vehicle serviced when you can't go out? Garages were shut, for God's sake. Just saying. Just saying. But again, you know, it's just. Sometimes I think, is it worth the hassle? It's just sitting there. It's just sitting outside, basically rotting at this point. Yeah, and that's confirmed. You know, when I had the MOT done, the sills are starting to rot on it because it's stationary. It's not going anywhere. Trust me, that's how magistrates will view it. Yeah, the beauty of the magistrates court, I mean, you'll know as well as I do, the beauty of the magistrates court is the bench is the bench. You know what I mean? But the power resides in the clerk, within the clerk. Yes, the magistrates make a decision, but they make a decision that is wholeheartedly and undoubtedly passed by the clerk of the court. We agree. Sold, worked, then failed after too short of a time. But they're saying it's so the problem is it's 3 years where it would have 3 years on the T/M error, and they're saying that's adequate. That's fine. That's acceptable. My argument is 24,000 miles I've owned that car. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing. The first failure was year 2. Which was the onboard charger, which was fixed under warranty. So they're kind of dismissing that, you know, that was fixed, that was resolved. And I'm like, no, that just strengthens my case to prove the fact that major components have been failing on this vehicle since year 2 of ownership. Here's all the evidence, you know what I mean? Here's the evidence, go forth and... Go forth and crack on, and they're like, oh no, it was sold without any faults on it. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's not, you know, it doesn't meet a quality or a standard that frankly should be expected from, yeah, pouring concrete. Oh, concrete pour. No distraction, irrelevant. Yeah. The whole thing is at this point just getting me down, infuriating me. Ooh. Oh. Mirror. Get out of the way, fuck off. But the thing that really irritates me is I replaced, so because of the reliability of the car, I bought a car. So I bought Lisa a car really, because hers was kind of, you know, at that stage. But I thought, well, at least I can use it, should I need to. So in essence, it's cost me not only that, but I bought a second car, I bought another car because of it. Not on. just the whole process has been painful. The whole process has been painful. Yeah, I think the most disappointing thing for me is that's the first car I've bought from a garage or a main dealer, and the reason why is because it was electric. I thought, and it was 5 years ago, new model, new kind of strange, and I thought I'll buy it from the dealership because you get the backup and the support from a dealership. Do you know what I mean? That was my logic. That was my sensible logic. How wrong was I? Yep.
He opened the lock.
Oh, yeah, stand by. It's F, isn't it? Is it F or G? G.
Okay.
Open, sir. Thank you. Oh, you might have to go forward, KH, and then just give it some beans. Just full reverse. Uh-oh. KH is love stuck. Yeah, but back to my point. I think, dude, how's it going, my friend? How you doing, Boggy? Good to see you, sir.
He cannot coming up here.
Yeah, just rev it right up. You'll be fine. KH, just basically take a run up. Yeah, just take a run up, KH. You'll be fine, sir. Honestly. No distraction. We might have a free court slot soon. They submitted no defence in one case we are doing. Oh, really? Yeah, it's just kind of, you just think, what the yeah. But magistrates, yeah, it is clerk of the court, and I think the story would resonate well with the magistrates because they're civil people like basically me, you know what I mean? That work hard for a living. Some of them work hard for a living and then just donate their time. Most magistrates have kind of retired though, haven't they? They're at that age, the senior age where, you know, I understand that, I respect that. Doing good for their community and stuff. So, yeah, I don't think any of them would be too impressed by the fact that somebody, general member of the public's being ripped off. Because that's, I genuinely feel now is in, you know, borderline. And it was a recommended used car.
Okay.
Thank you. On their website. That's the... Yeah. Damn. Is that... I don't know whether that is... Okay, that is the one that is going. They will like you. I've got it all documented, sir. The whole shebang is documented. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Service history, MOT history, purchase order numbers, agreement numbers, fault number, RAC report for rescue, and the invoice / receipt for the repair work. All zipped up. I'm ready to go. Well, that's what I passed on to the Ombudsman. I'm missing concrete. Hang on. Let's give it the communication of the horn. Hey, Edinburgh, good to see you, sir. I am very good, sir. Not bad at all. A mustn't gumball. Who's in the concrete mixer?
Okay, can start again.
I need concrete. Concrete! Yeah, I think the interesting thing about it is because I don't know how much interest that would drum up in the media, because it's an electric vehicle that's finally reached 10 years old. And they always had that 10-year kind of, you know, oh, electric vehicles are only good for 10 years and stuff. I mean, in essence, they should last longer, but... yeah, it's kind of... Ooh. Let's crank on. So we shall see. We shall see. But all evidence is what I would consider kind of there for the magistrates to make a decision. Okay, have I got to... yeah, I think I've got to do that, haven't I? Kind of fold up that arm, he says. There we go. Let's see if I can run that way now. Oh, I'm quite pleased actually. I took that concrete puff. Nice. I do see that bit there though. Nice. So how's that week going, Rich and Leanne? What have you been up to? I had fish and chips today as well, by the way, for the first time in a while. You know, you just fancy something, I thought. Just fancy some fish and chips. I was out with Daisy taking her for a stretching of the paws and the paddies, and I thought, just fancy some fish and chips. Actually, yeah, like that. Nice. Oh, has this got to go around the other side, do we reckon? Is that what it is? Ah, it's over there as well, I think. Well, it's supposed to be kind of like that, but we'll fill it up to that point anyway, and then we'll have a look over here. What goes on over here? Is this filling up differently? Can't quite decide whether this fills up differently or not. No, I don't think it's looking like it is it?
Hello there.
Hello there. Let's send it across over to here. That's 76, 77. So this is filling. Yeah, this is filling up something then, because that's just gone up 2%. Let's do down here then. There we go. And now let's go in there and see what that does. 79, 80. $81. Yeah, I can't quite decide whether I'm supposed to go up this or not. Is that this side mirror done, or is there somewhere else where it needs to be?
Look at the right.
Moving.
You must take here.
Concrete. Concrete! Oh. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, okay, I'm wondering if I need to run down. I generally think I need to run down the line, don't I? Come down here while the KH is.
A hole in the bottom.
Yeah, I think so. Check the mole.
You forgive here.
What's that, KH? Let me just go down here, see if it's down here. Look at this. Coming to you now. What's that? Yep, that's another 2%. Right, you want. Two. Dang it. They have added AI helpers or anything for solo friendly losers like myself. Yeah, how you doing, Dave? Good to see you, brother. How you doing, sir? Are you well? I don't think they have. I think it's just yeah, join the loser crew, my friend. Yeah. So if we do that. Yeah, I'm
Must have more here.
Some more here. See? What's here as well? Yeah, that is quite a extensive board. So up where KH is, let's put where KH is. There. See, I think it's here as well. Here. Yeah, 97. The test would like to rent asphalt dumper. Where is
here? Where's down?
Right. There we go. A little bit here. 98.
And here.
Woo! That's a pour. Oh, we've got to pour another set, have we? Damn. Okay. Right, I'll let somebody else do this pour then. There we go. Oh, yeah. I think Mirror's got it. I think that might be the way to do it, you know.
It's better take the truck tracked out.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Might be worth just grabbing the other truck, KH. or renting another one. See what's going on. Definitely. Yeah, go and rent another truck, KH, and do it that way, I think. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
I went in trucks here now.
Yeah, I've added I was having construction Wednesday. I'm struggling. I hope you understand. I try to make all your streams, but it's sometimes very difficult mentally and financially. I got you. Dazed. Do you, sir? Absolutely zero commitment for you, sir, to make any of my streams. None. You are more than welcome to come here. Do not put yourself in financial disposition to come and watch me. Everything I do is free. Everything I do is free. It's available on YouTube. It's available on Twitch. And if you don't have the pennies, don't subscribe, Dazed. You know this, sir. You know this. Focus on your health. To me, it means more to me than £2.50 will ever do. Ever do. Ever. You've been around this channel so long, Dazed, man. Just recover, sir. Do you take as long as it takes to recover? Catch the streams. Drop a comment on YouTube if you want to. Chill out. No obligation for you to make this stream. None. Zero. To your health. Physically and mentally, sir. I've been there. I understand the darkness. I get it. It's different for everybody. But what isn't different, man, is the love and support. That remains constant. What the f... Mirror's running me over. Mirror's running me over. Cool, you can drive on wet concrete. Well, it doesn't even need... Come on, Eric. Don't burst me bubble, man. Don't burst me bubble. Exactly. I love you, Dave. You know that. Do you, sir? Do you? Hell yeah. When you make it big, when you're good, when you make it big, when you make it, you know, to millionaire, when you make it to a millionaire, billionaire, all those good things, you are successful. You're living the dream. Then, and only then, when you're living your best life and your dream, and you have some spare dollar, I'll take a canal boat. Thanks. Gotcha. Cheer for no one. Yay! Yeah. You got it, Dazed. You know that, brother. Absolutely. That's what life's about, man. That's what life's about. Surviving the rat race. I still think one of the biggest scams ever. And I don't know if it's me being cynical as I'm getting older, and I still think one of the biggest scams ever is kind of working for a living. I do. You work all your life for what? For what? You know what I mean? The same bricks, the same mortar. And then you go to work. So, you come here butt naked and you leave in the suit, man. That's all I'm saying. Everything else, I guarantee you, at some point, somewhere, everything else gets clawed back by the government or somebody somewhere taking your wealth off you. So you're working all your life. You know, in theory, I work all my life to give to my kids, and you can hide it behind, you know, you can hide it behind whatever estates that you want. You know, as well as I do, the taxman and takes his share. It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. They always claw it back, man. They always claw it back. Sucks. Sucks. Yep. Way. Nice. Beep, beep. Oh, look at this. We got KH and woo. The boys are flowing now. The boys are flowing. Check it. Men at work. I feel like I'm just like a foreman. I feel like I'm a cheap foreman at this point. I'll take it. Bulk purchase. But are you good, Dazed? Are you okay? I suppose is the question I'm asking. Are you okay? Is there anything that I can help with? The channel can help with? We as a group, a collective, can help with? Do not struggle on your own if you do not have to. We are here, my friend. Maybe purely and simply for the entertainment to whack a smile on your face. Just saying. Just saying. I agree, especially if you have mental health issues in your system that makes you pay for help. No, that's bad. That's poor. That's poor. Yeah. I was quite fortunate, as in when I had my kind of midlife crisis / meltdown, that I went to I opted for a group therapy. I went into a group therapy, which was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday, and unfortunately, opposite the Tuesday, and I'll tell you a true story. This is a true fact. Was on the Tuesday. I went there. We had the session. It was 2 hours long, and the people at the club, we went into the room downstairs and their offices were upstairs. Do you know what I mean? And they used to love me on a Tuesday because while I was working for a living, I've got medical insurances and they kicked in. So I was still on full pay. But I wasn't leaving, I wasn't going anywhere, I wasn't doing anything. So, my bank account was looking kind of sexy. So every Tuesday, I'd go into the Tesco's opposite, buy a bucket load of cakes. And when I mean a bucket load of cakes, I'm genuinely like a bucket load of cakes. Bucket load of cakes, some tea bags, some sugar, and because you used to have to throw like 50p into the pot or whatever, which basically kept the tea fund going. And I genuinely thought, well, I'm in a position where I can contribute. I'm getting the help that I need. I'm getting the help that I need. So if I can contribute towards the next set of people's help or whatever, so I basically bought them, like 3,000 tea bags and kilos of sugar, and milk is milk, but I basically got a few tins of powdered milk, not baby milk, but powdered milk, so they could use, and all this kind of good stuff. And so every Tuesday, so they're going to work on Wednesday, and they'd all have like fresh cakes upstairs because we didn't eat them all. And I also remember one day I was driving home the one day after the session, and I couldn't remember a darn thing that I'd just spent 2 hours in there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I thought, okay. I genuinely went and pulled over, because I was driving the car. I went and pulled over at the garage, called a taxi for the taxi to take me home, because I thought, should I be driving the vehicle? Should I be driving the vehicle if I cannot remember that, what's just happened? Don't get me wrong. I was fully capable of driving that vehicle, and I felt confident and comfortable driving that vehicle. But in my mindset, it didn't feel quite right, as in, do you know what I mean? It was just, So I just pulled over and basically went and got the car the following day. That felt right, that felt more sensible to me. Don't do it! Is this, apply asphalt? Oh, okay. Oh. Ooh, here comes a steaming pilot. Go for a minute. I love you, brother. Yeah, you do, sir. Go on. All good, sir. All good. Carry on. I'm just yapping, Mirror. We are watching, but I'm just yapping. I am gonna. Do you know what? We can buy the compactor. There we go. There's the compactor. I don't know how we're gonna get it up here, but we'll kind of figure that out. Leanne used to get free cakes with her old job. Leanne, disgusting. Enjoy them. I had no problems at all. Basically going in on a Wednesday. The Tuesday, knowing that they were going to get a massive set of cakes on a Wednesday, crack on. it actually, you know, it's one of those where it made me feel a little bit better. All good. Yep, we made it up. And we have got asphalt, haven't we, boys? Yep, that looks like Mirror was pouring for a second there. Yep, Mirror's pouring. You can extend the back of that if you want to as well, Mirror, I think.
You can take out the arms.
Yeah, I think Mirror, you can take out the back of that as well to make it bigger and wider. Do you want to rent another one, KH, and go to the other side? We'll just black through it. I don't know if Daisy's listening. But you can extend the back of that. Cheeky free cake. Yeah. Like I said, I had no problems in doing that. You know, it's kind of, it made me feel better. But it all depends, you know, there are people, I think even people that are kind of not 100% and are suffering with mental health deal with things in so many different variable ways. I was kind of, I was quite happy to talk about how I felt, you know what I mean? It wasn't a drama to me to basically tell people how I felt. It genuinely wasn't. And I think they appreciated that. They learned from me, hopefully, in respect of, there were some people that basically, you know, curled up in a ball, went into their own shell, attended therapy, barely said 2 words, wouldn't make eye contact with anything other than the carpet, where I could quite uniquely maintain eye contact. And just, yeah, tell people how I felt, and you know, that was kind of, even the doctors found it kind of interesting. There you go. Even the doctors found it kind of interesting because, yeah, it's just a different perspective. Yeah, that's how you, that's the secret sauce of the secret sauce. There you go. Oh, yep, here comes the asphalt machine. Compact and disabled. No! You cheeky monkey! He's ramming me off the road. Hey up. Grab another one, Mirror, if you want. Grab another asphalt, man. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to go back to that. Hell no. We're all good. Lessons learned. But I have to say, Dave, the UK, I mean, the UK Health Service, or NHS as it was, yeah, it was very good, and I find that you know, communicating with people as well was very good, and Richard will like this one, and I know they absolutely took a lessons learned from me. Was 12 months before I was down for jury service, so and I wasn't selected, I wasn't picked, and ironically it was borderline, it was absolutely borderline. When I left the prison service, I couldn't do jury service. You're kind of removed from the hit list, or if you appear on the list, absolutely cannot do it. I think it was a period of about 10 years. Again, it's the magical 10 years, you know. And that 10 years was just about up to almost the month. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So then, jury service, fine, not really fussy. just know that I'm going to go and sit in court, be bored out of my tiny mind, listen to the case, formulate a constructed opinion based on the evidence provided. And I think that's the key. You have to remain kind of that neutral. And one of the things in court that I used to absolutely love was if you go to the Crown Court, you're kind of sitting there, you know, as the dock officer, I was sitting there. I'll move out your way. As a dock officer, I was sitting there, you know, and the cases were going on and they were all heard and stuff, and at the end of it they do their litigation, and you know, there's always he's had a rough childhood and there's a bit of this, a bit of that. You're not far off what you get off the movies, you know what I mean? You know, boo-hoo, tears, 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 rough life, and then the jury go, oh. It's quite funny. And then they give him kind of a, like a lenient sentence. You kind of give him a not guilty or a lenient sentence, and yada, yada, yada. And then as they all come back in and, you know, oh, we find him not guilty because he flashed his eyes at us. And then the judge, I don't know if he can still do it now, but the judge at the time used to go through previous offences. The look on the jury's face when they realised it is, oh, was an absolute nightmare. It's just like, oh, here we go. But that's kind of how it was, you know. You had to, you didn't know anything about, in theory, as a juror of the case, and you didn't know anything about their past history. Yeah, it was one of those as well. They were always brought upstairs and taken downstairs outside the way of the jury, so there was no kind of, you know, he's come from downstairs. Ooh. It was kind of funny. But at the same time, a nightmare. Anyway, lost my chain of thought. Grand courts. Suckers. We used to call them the Shropshire jury. The Shropshire jury. And probably, well, I've had some of my favourite interactions with judges were bob on. Was there was one particular judge that used to go to well, actually the best one I ever had was a judge was retiring, and so when he retired, he's like, thanks very much for your service, officer, you know, I really appreciate it, and yada yada yada. Good friends run a criminal defence firm. Okay, yeah, they're all the same, man, absolutely all the same, they're a nightmare, absolute nightmare. You've heard one, you've heard them all, you know. But yeah, the judge was retiring. He's like, oh, what do we call you now? And he's like, oh, just call you, you know, Dave or whatever his name was, for instance. We never called him Dave, ever. It was always Your Honour, Your Worship, whatever it was, you know, depending on, yeah. Mainly Your Honour for me. Your Worship, Didn't necessarily sit comfortably with that. The worships tends to be the magistrate's course, but yeah. Polite and well manners goes a long way. But yeah, so long story short, it was, and I've got my train of thought back, was, so I didn't go on the jury service after, you know, it was kind of, no cases were called where I had to go. Ding dang do, got away with it. I thought, peachy, got away with that sucker. Have it. And then, thought nothing of it. At this point, probably, I can't remember how many years it was later. It wasn't many, it was a couple of years. And I'm thinking, you know, I was off sick. I was absolutely off sick, right? So at this point, mid-depression, at home with my parents, I get another jury service letter, and I'm thinking, how have I got a jury service letter? You know, less than 2 years ago, that the fact that I was selected, or what was picked for jury service, but wasn't selected for jury service. But apparently, if you're not selected, you go back into the pool. So I was unfortunately called again. I then responded to the jury service call saying, I am not available for jury service because, you know, I can't look after myself, so therefore I can't formulate a constructive decision to basically that could change somebody's life, I can't look after myself, right? So after that, they says, well, can you provide us with a sick note? I said, absolutely, you know, yeah, here's a copy of my sick note, great. Can you put that in writing to us? No, I can't put that in writing to you. Oh, are you refusing to? No, I don't have the capability to put that in writing to you. I'm basically sleeping for 18 hours a day. I'm struggling with myself. I can't honestly formulate or construct a decent email that would be what I would classify as acceptable for getting out of jury service, right? So this woman on the phone then says, can you get your parents to do it? So I went, absolutely not. I said, do you have any idea how embarrassing it is for a grown man to not be able to kind of take care of himself, look after himself, and you now want me to go downstairs and basically go to my parents, hi, can you write an email for me? My parents are in their 80s. They don't know what they barely know what an email is, let alone write one. So long story short, it took me about 5 hours to write an email. 5 hours to write an email that frankly would take me at best now less than 90 seconds. But it took me 5 hours. And so after that 5 hours, and I worded it at the title that was basically, you know, absolutely unacceptable. And fair play, I have to admit, you know, I was the lady took me back and kind of was like, you know, I was a bit disgusted. But I had a phone call the next day. Hey, Ian Roblox, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. I had a phone call the next day from somebody who looks after kind of the admin side of it, who asked, it's been a long time since I've seen one of your videos. Well, this is real life, dude. No, this is live. So I hope you're good. Hope you're good. Where you been? What you been doing? Where you been hiding? Why? Why? I'll come back. Cheers. Where is it? Yep, there you go, sir. Yes, so she phoned me up and was so apologetic. She asked me what time I had the call. Was it male or female I was spoken to? She was really beyond disbelief and was absolutely gunning to find out who that was. Beanie found it on several servers and doing YouTube. Ah, good. How's YouTube? Is it going well? Is it treating you kind, sir? That's the secret sauce. As long as YouTube is doing you fine and you are good, then fantastic. I appreciate you dropping by and saying hi. Good. Yeah, but she said, and she actually said, can I use your case as a case study, and then turn it into like training material? And I said, absolutely. She says, obviously we won't use your name and stuff, but yeah, that's really poor service from our part. It is. I have 50 subscribers now. Nice, getting some traction there. That's good. That means 50 people enjoying your content, your work, or whatever it is that you're doing. That's really good. Keep going. It's not easy. It's not. My turn's left again. It's not easy. It's hard work. It's genuinely hard work. If anybody thinks that doing YouTube is easy, maybe. Depends how big you want your channel to be. You want it to grow. Depends on what it is that you're doing as well. Roblox Master and Minecraft Adventures. That tells me you're playing Roblox and Minecraft, I'm guessing. So, yeah, 50 subscribers is good. Nice. So yeah, I like. Courts are boring places. Interesting for, I'd say, a day or two. If it's an environment you've never been in or understand, then I would have to agree that it can be exciting and different for about a day. Once you start working in the courts, as in, you know, you're there for whatever, Oh God, it can be such a tedious place. It can be boring as chuff. You know, I have waited probably far too long. Hey up. Yeah, I've waited far too long waiting for decisions in magistrates court. They used to drive me nuts. Yeah. And the other thing is waiting downstairs. The biggest thing is once a decision's made within the court, fine, happy days, decision made. Rubber stamp that bad boy. Send me a warrant so I can get on the way. Perfect. That's all I was interested in. The result is going to be the result of whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's not part of my decision to make. All I was to do was to basically take them, you know, appear in court with the person who's accused. Results were results, depending on away you go, or follow me, sir, you know, or mum, or whatever it was, you know, follow me for that individual. At that point downstairs, searched, processed, all that kind of good stuff. Can't leave to go to prison without a warrant. Ain't happening. Good luck getting a warrant. It's annoying, and it's one of those where you could literally accept the prisoner downstairs on the fact that, you know, you've heard the sentence and stuff. Start the process, and then 2 to 3 hours later the warrant will come downstairs. It drives me mad. I don't know if I should do Call of Duty. What do you think? The fact that you're asking me is probably wrong, because I don't play Call of Duty, so I wouldn't know. But I will give you a little bit of advice in respect of, if you want to play Call of Duty and you like Call of Duty, play Call of Duty. Will it get you subscribers and viewers? Ask yourself this question. How flooded is the market on Call of Duty? So if there is already 2,000 streamers of Call of Duty, I don't know, I generally don't know how many there is, but if there are 2,000 streamers of Call of Duty, why should I, as somebody that wants to watch Call of Duty, scroll to the bottom and come to your stream? What is it that you're offering in your stream that nobody else is? Does that make sense? What is pulling that audience to you? Whether it's good chat, good community, good banter, giggles, seriousness, advice, guidance, tutorials. What is your unique part? Call of Duty. Oh, I just pressed 2 there. I didn't want to do that. Yeah. So that's kind of my advice. Is why would people want to watch? If you can ask yourself that question, even when you put a video up, is it good conversation? Is it good listening? Is it easy on the ears? Do it all again. No, beep. Call of Duty. Yeah, so message me directly, Dazed. If there's anything I can do to help you, sir, in any way, shape or form, let me know, yeah? I will genuinely do what I can. Genuinely. Unless, of course, you want millions of dollars, in which case you're screwed. That's just the that. An ear to listen to? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Money and donations? I'd struggle with. Don't even know if I've got a job next month, dude, to be fair. I got some, yeah, I got, ooh, look at these boys go. Yeah, I got my own sleepless nights ahead of me, friend. Okay, thanks. Whatever I'm having a bad day. I watch your videos, it makes me happy. Oh, don't be having a bad day. Don't be having a bad day. Life will throw you a curveball from time to time. Just chill. I've come to a conclusion now. I just chill out a bit. I think that's the best thing to do. Nice. I call it. I call it the frog on a lily pad. There's a. Am I actually doing anything here? I think maybe that is. You're on, my lover. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Say again, sorry. Put something down and you don't know what it is. Are you losing your marbles? Oh. Why do I get... Oh, there we go. Now it's kind of... Oh, that was weird. I say, why do I get the feeling it's... Yeah, it's almost like it's not counting, look. How weird is that? Okay, let's come off that a little bit then, I think. Yeah, it's almost like it's not counting now. Strange but true. You can help by putting me back on U-boat as an officer. Dude, I can do that. I got you. If that'll help you out, if that'll genuinely help you out, absolutely. Build my bridge. I will cross it. Hey, dude, Dylan. Good to see you, my friend. Meet. Hang on, Mirror's having a moment. Yeah, I think there's a. I don't know what it is. I think there's a path there, Mirror, or something. I think there's a path there. You are very good at playing games. Very good at talking and being relatable. I would say that's genuinely what I am. Yeah, I think there's something not quite right there. Dink. So I think we'll just reverse. Time is a ticking. Yeah, okay, that's working. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's my kind of my secret. That's a secret power. I'm just relatable. A lot of people. I like to talk. I'm happy to share life stories. Life goes on. Bulk purchase. 4.3 million. Oh, by the way, Matt, what do you think of Starfield? I prefer Star Citizen over Starfield. Starfield is very nice, but that can be a massive time sink. Hey, we stopped doing stuff. It can be a massive time sink for very little. So I was really interested in kind of getting a base on the planet, do you know what I mean? And starting that production cycle so I could do my own things. But the more I looked into it, I didn't see any benefit from that at all. Other than the fact is you could go to one planet, accelerate time 5,000 bazillion times, and then go and sell everything for a gazillion pounds, and then money is solved. So I was like, but other than that, what's the point in it? So to me, it's just a big time sink that I'd rather just crack on and do the story quests. Do you know what? I'm going to go backwards there. Yeah, let's go backwards there, that's fine. Have you ever had those things that walk into your room, what you're getting after 2 hours, you remember? Okay. That's called senior moments, dude. Yeah, where you go out looking for something and then you forget. my first ever, again relatable, my first ever senior moment, as I call it, and probably people who are over the age of 20 will understand this, that before the days of good old-fashioned, you know, online road tax, the first of every month was a nightmare, because you used to have to go to the post office. So my screen's gone blank on the left hand side, so I can't see whether I'm streaming or not, so I'll assume that I am. You used to have to go to the post office on the first of the month when your road tax was up. That's the way it goes. So on this particular occasion, you know, my road tax is up. Damn it. I go in, I join the queue. There's my lunch hour disappearing at a rate of knots that frankly is shocking. I get to the front of the queue. I'm a good boy. I have all my documents ready. My tax is there, my MOT is there, the whole shebang, good to go. Lady's like, bam, 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 rubber stamps it, gets my tax disc, whacks it on the inside of my car, you know the score. You're still like, thank you, brother. So I went to the tax, and she did it all. She stamped my tax disc, and then it was like, I can't remember, it was £90 or whatever. It was like, £90 please, and I put my card in. PIN number gone, absolutely in the ether, nowhere, no chance at all could I remember my PIN, none. I was like that. At this point, post office is absolutely rammed, going round, snake queue, I'm not exaggerating this, snake queue, feeling awful, can't remember my PIN number. I then just looked at the woman and she went, okay. And bless the woman, I'll never forget the look on her face. She just turned around, and this is where I got the senior moment from. She went, first one? And I went, first what? And she went, senior moment. I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm 20 something, you know what I mean? She went, yeah, they only get more frequent. She says, I'll just keep it here, get to the bank and yeah, get some cash out of the bank, and just come back up next time after it. So I went round to the bank. Just told them I had a senior moment, can't remember my PIN. And this was the good old days where, you know, you could actually just go, here's my ID, because obviously I was carrying my insurance and my MOT document. I had my driving licence to validate who I was. So I had all these things, and the woman behind the bank gave me my money for my tax. And then I went round to the post office and paid the money. But that was the first time I just went, gone straight over my head. Dang it. I kid you not. Yeah, and we've all had one. Oh, I see another asphalt compactor there. Beautiful, beautiful. Just got a jump scared. Jump scare on the video. Okay, gotcha. Oh, hang on, compactor's off. Compactor's off. Well, it says it's off, but is it? Oh, it's pretty on. Yeah, we're good. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, fun times. There's some asphalt there. Oh, actually, it's okay. But yeah, I'm fine. Oh, look at these. Oh, messy. Messy on the old compactor, I feel. We'll go back and get that bit in a minute, and then that side's done then, isn't it? There we go. So we're just coming up to that point now. Look, there it is. That's the point where I think we're squared away. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll just back it up in a sec. In fact, I'm just going to go straight. While I've got this edge on, I'll just go straight down the edge. I think that makes sense. What time is it? Let me just check. Something on my left. Yes, she's good. Ow. That's a big clog off a foot. Ow. Thank you, Dave. Ooh. Okay, so that is sweet. Amazing gameplay, thank you, dude. It's just nice and chill. It's just a nice and chill stream on a Wednesday. Breaks up the week. Nothing too strenuous. Nothing too arduous. Before we get down and basically shoot some people on a Friday. Yes, yes. Did I? I did. Ruined it. 6%. We'll let Days do that bit up there, I think. Sorry, we'll let Mirror do that bit up there. Because I was reading Days' chat. Beep, beep. Ruin his patch. Ruin this patch. It's like a V shape in the road there. Look, that's why. I knew it. That's what Days was sitting there. Knew it. How are we looking? 92%? Not bad. Actually, yeah, by the time Mirror goes back up there, I think we might be fine there. So I will go straight down. Yep. Meep, meep.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep.
Oh, gentle love tap. Gentle love tap. Little buff right out.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, it'll buff right out. Let's grab this bit as well while we're here. You can't take him anywhere, you know. 99%. Oh, here comes the 100. Oh, come on, Mirror, put some effort in.
This is Formula 1.
This is the slowest Formula 1 you'll ever see. And you wouldn't pay tickets for this. No. Make a noise on the way past. I'm just going to go straight down the middle then. I'll use, there we go.
I'm turning the here.
Bob on. Exit the construction site, it says. If you had it too, it was the war that happened, would you fight for your country, yes or no? If I had to and it was, well, I'm too old now. So my front roll, what's it called? Front line days would be long gone. But you could still do logistics from the back. So I would probably be doing logistics in the back. But absolutely, of course I would. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Okay, the line's over here. Meet me. Yeah. Okay, it's just getting the other van. $85%. Where's it's the red vehicle? Here comes that man. Here comes the man. Do 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 do. Come on, with his pink shirt on and his dodgy eyebrows. You know the one. Proper dodgy. What are we missing? Where is that?
I might take the trucks here now.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, it's just me and you, Days. Get out! Jump! Sploosh! Sploosh! I did as well. Oh, that's funny.
Chief in here now.
Thank you. Taste. I wanted the better swan dive days. I want you to kind of launch off and have arms out like a proper swan dive. Yeah, let's do it. Here he is, pink shirt, dodge. Oh, God damn.
I'm excited, and this time I mean it. Not only did our efficient and rapid implementation impress the city council, we're also ensuring that the working population will no longer be stuck
Man
in
looks
so
like
many
he's got
traffic
cataracts
jams
as
in
well,
the
to be
mornings.
fair.
This will
He's not
certainly
well.
have a positive
Definitely got
impact on
glaucoma.
my image among the city's residents. I'm
Stay on
curious
him.
to see what will happen next. We will see.
I don't know, man. Oh, I need to clear the construction site. I'm on my way. Do you know what? Do you reckon I could just jump in the water? Yeah. Nice. Look at that bad boy. The first person to jump off it was Mirror. Nice. Oh, there's one of our vehicles. That's a nice, fine bit of craftsmanship there, boys. Right, let's go back to the company and let's return all the rented vehicles. These boys will be costing me. There you go, look, costing me an absolute arm and a leg. Let's store that. Any other rentals? Any other rentals? Yeah, there's a rental, look. Let's return that, please. Everything else is looking 100%. That is... Okay, so that's stored, so that's fine. Repaired in 7 minutes. Beautiful. If you had to choose British or American chocolate for the rest of your life, Belgian. Ooh, Belgian. Is that Leanne? Is that Leanne talking now with Belgian chocolate? Like, damn. Jobs. Let's have a look at the campaigns. We have... Oh, is that it? Was that the final campaign for him? There he is in his pink old shirt. There he is. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we've done him. He's been done. So we now have the cultural heritage. This is it. A forest path it is, boys. We'll put it on hard. Topsoil. Oh, meeting topsoil removal though. Yeah. Still got it. Yeah, no, we'll go hard. We'll go. Yeah, we'll go high. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We'll accept it. It's the next mission. Need to find it now. There it is. I need a new chair. I don't think this one's got long left in it. At all. Right, let's go speak to this dude. Is this the footpath here then? This is going to be the topsoil removal here, I guess. Speak with the museum director. We can do that. So about American or British chocolate? Ah, it's got to be... See, I've never really tasted American chocolate, so I'd have to go with what I know. Although, to be fair, a cheeky bit of fruit and nut. I like.
And welcome to the
Anybody remembers
Caramax?
Caramax, oh, I love a
By the
cheeky
way,
Caramax.
I'm Professor Dr. Schmidt, and
And
I run the History Museum.
the Nestle's white bar,
I'm glad you
the
found
Milky
your
Bar.
way here.
I love those.
Only recently, historically significant
That's what I'm
finds
talking
were
about.
secured not far from this path by the old monastery. If we can get them away from there, I can examine them in the museum. I think it is necessary.
I
to
like
pave
this
the
dude. He
existing
looks
course
respectable, you know what I mean?
So that the heavy construction vehicles do not have problems on this rough terrain.
Remove the topsoil. Right, here comes the book. Oh, what the? Oh, wow, the dozer's already here. Holy, who's in the dozer? Bloody hell, baby. Crack on, sir. Ooh, that boy be no messing. Oh, damn. Okay. Now we do actually have a little JCB, don't we? Holy moly. Never had a Hershey's bar, no. Or Kiss. No. M&M's. I've had M&M's. Yeah, I've had M&M's. Like the peanut M&M's. Talking about the peanut M&M's. Nah, I'm still sticking. If that's my choices based on the fact that it's M&M's, I'm gonna go for. I think Caramax. Caramax will be my number one. White dairy milk, so the white bar chocolate, like the Milky Bar Kid. Remember that? That'd be number two. A cheeky bit of Nestle's Fruit and Nut, number three. Can't go wrong with those. Can't go wrong with those. And if I've got to really mix it up, then a Cadbury's Cream Egg. But then again, I do like Ferrero Rochers as well, and I also like After Eights. I got a little bit of class. Matt, you've never had a Hershey's bar or a Kiss bar? Yeah. No. No. Sucks to be me, I guess. Damn. No. Oh. Here's trashing again. Good work. I got to get Roblox. Appreciate you dropping in, man. As always, more than welcome to. Good to see you. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe, sir. Look after yourself. And good luck growing that channel. Keep going. That's all I'm saying. Keep going. The work is hard, but I think worth it in the end. Worth it once you start getting your community up and running, and you know, you get some feedback, you get some banter, you get some laughs, some giggles, and you, more importantly, help people. Help people is the key, I think. Just there. Mirror should get a raise. Jock off, Eric. Union rep. I'm off to go and get myself a drink. I'll see you at the bar. 1 sec. There we go. Cheers and good health. And on that note of union reps, we actually, my boss had a call because he's part of the big union, shall we say. From what we gather, the union has agreed for the compulsory redundancy that it will be 1.5. So. Cheers and good health, Matt. How you doing, Grim? Good to see you. Hope you're well, sir. Hope you are well. I did see Lottie streaming earlier. I do kind of sneak in and lurk a little bit, you know. Hope you're well, my friends. Yeah, so the redundancy package is basically what I would see as almost the government minimum. So it's 1.5. I think it's 1.5 weeks for every year. Which kind of sucks. Hey, a D8 Dozer. I used to work them in the early 2000s. Did you really? Oh, okay. Damn. I mean, we bought that thing. This was one of the first things that we bought. Then was the days. This was one of the first things that we brought. Yeah. Oh, has he just left the game, or has he gone to go and get some stuff? Let's have a look. Has he gone? No. So we do see him. Let's give him an employee. There we go. Just so he can go and do a few extra things if he wants to, rather than that way he keeps asking me all the time. Yeah. So KH is already into the job. Look. Fast trap. Ooh, Selka got the big girl. Hell yeah. Oh, that will be neat. Rocks. Does that remove rocks? Yeah, remove rocks. Okay, you got to place them here by the look of it. So where are they? Oh, are they in here? Is that what they are? Okay, so I guess they're in here. Bulldoze that bad boy, I would. Oh yeah, there's the truck. Let's have a quick look. How you doing? I am well. Over my disappointment of getting another 6 weeks of no weight on my leg, but getting a FPV drone to fly illegally around my neighbourhood so I can get out a bit. WPAFB, no fly, even with permission. It's a 50-foot ceiling, ridiculous. Really? Damn. I think as long as you're safe. I mean, I'm guessing that's there for a reason, but as long as you're safe, you're fine. One sec, Mirror, I'll come and shift that for you, brother. I'm going to move this off there. Yeah, that's weird. That sucks though. Another 6 weeks. What have you been doing to yourself, man? Jeez. Here comes the sun. Doo -doo 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 -doo. You know the one. It'll be fine. The trees here are 60, 80 feet tall. Stay in the lane and they'll never get noticed. As long as you're having fun, recovering safely, and not maiming other people. I used to have a drone. I'll give you again relatable. I'll give you an interesting story about a drone that was kind of, you know, where you just think, job's worth. So when I first met Lisa 7 years ago, I treated myself to a drone. Again, kind of, you know, one of those things that I bought. Drones then were kind of questionable and yada 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 yada. So I bought a DJI. It was a Phantom. I think it was a Phantom 3 or a Phantom 4. You know what I mean? It was definitely I think it was a Phantom 3 actually. Real good camera. I went out with my mom. And I think I just went out with my mom and my niece actually. It was kind of like to help me recover and stuff, to get me out and about whilst flying. So that's what I did. And then when I come down here with, when I met Lisa when I was coming down here, I thought, canal network, you know what I mean? Absolutely, mwah, I'll take some footage of the canal network. So I went over to the marina where it was, and I said to the bloke on the marina, do you mind if I fly over the marina? You won't hear anything, I'm just taking some pictures and yada yada yada. And he went, oh mate, he says, you could do me a favour, could you? He says, if I give you my email address, can you send me a picture of the footage? I'll give you some money. I said, I don't want any money, because you know, if you give me money, that then basically turns it into kind of a I'd need insurances and all kinds of things. Happily give you any picture that you would want to pick for your marina. No problem at all. I'll get you some different ones again. So I did. I basically used it like a photo shoot for his marina, right? But just off his marina there was a lock, and I thought I'll get some pictures of the lock. So I flew over and round. And as I came down, I was on the lock and I was looking down at the bridge, and this car pulls up behind me, right? And he went, you flying that drone, mate? Yeah. He said, land it now, we need to have a chat. Now, me being me at the time, wasn't in the best thing, and I was quite literal, but bearing in mind that I'd worked for the prison service, so you don't speak to me like that. Absolutely not. So I turned around and said, don't know who you think you're speaking to, but you certainly don't speak to me like that, and you demand nothing. I will happily land the craft, and then we will have a conversation. So I walked up to him, and I literally stood there, and he went, "Don't get too close to my vehicle." So I just turned around and went, And he went, "I want to see all your pictures, and I want you to delete all your pictures." And I went, "No chance at all. You have no right to demand that from me. I don't care who you are." He says, "I'm a police officer." I said, "Show me your warrant card." And he went, "I ain't got it with me." I says, "And I don't care who you think you are. Go away." He says, "I want to check if you've been flying over my house and taking pictures of my house." I says, "I don't even know who you are. I couldn't care who you are." I says, "And frankly," I said, "you are insignificant to me. Go away." So he then just turned around and he says, "I'm going to make some calls." I says, "Make whatever calls you like. I don't particularly care. I'm not interested. See you later." And then he basically says, "Well, why are you taking pictures?" And I went, "I'm just taking pictures of the canals." And he went, "You're a sado." And I went, "And this is how the law enforcement reacts or interacts with public, is it?" I said, "You're doing a fantastic job." So that was it. He says, "I want to know who you are. I want your details." I said, my car's there. There's my vehicle reg. If you say who you say you are, you'll be able to get my details from that. Other than that, I'm providing you with absolutely nothing. Done. Right? So I then carried on about my business, and he went off all angry because basically I didn't fulfil his obligations of, he thought he was the boss. Wrong. So I went home and, I did all the pictures and I sent them, Dylan, he was absolute, I can't make it up. He was so ignorant, it was just unbelievable. So I went home and I took the pictures off the drone and had a look at the pictures, did some editing on the pictures. Again, it kind of kept me busy when I was recovering. And I sent the images over to the marina, the contact details of the marina, who were extremely happy and still use it. I think it's up in a piece of, within the marina, it's like a piece of artwork within the marina. About 3 days later, tap on my door. Well, tap on my parents' door. Police officers that had driven probably about 20 miles, I kid you not, 20 miles to come and see me because I was flying, what he'd said was I was flying the drone around the prison, because there's a prison there. I was flying the drone around the prison, so they had obviously come to have a look at it from that aspect. So obviously I welcomed them in, you know what I mean, and we sat down and had a cup of tea, and they said, "Can we see the footages?" And I said, "Absolutely, if you want to follow me upstairs," you know what I mean. So I took them upstairs, showed them the images, showed them the correspondence that I'd had, and I was quite clever because I'd already emailed the marina to say that would they mind me coming, and then I went in and spoke to the marina to say, and then I got the thank you from the marina. So I'd got the communications with the marina basically saying that, they were more than happy for me to fly the drone there. Any work that I'd undertaken was completely free. It was basically, me using my drone, just take some pictures or whatever, and they were really happy. I says, and he was obnoxious, and they went, "Well, he's kind of in the." I said, "If he's in the police force, he's absolutely disgusting, absolutely disgusting." I said, "The shame that he brought on your force that day." I said, "He was arrogant, rude, ignorant, demanding, couldn't produce any document to verify who he was. Strongly suggest you take that away and use that as a training exercise." And they went, yeah, okay. Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, you won't, fine, perfectly fine, I'm fine with that. I'll take that up myself. I says, "I'll take that complaint up myself. No problems in doing that." So, they were then happy and that I wasn't doing anything untoward, everything was in order, I was just flying my drone. He was unaware of the laws. Unfortunately for him, as I was driving off, he chased me down the lane, but I had my drone on the back windscreen to the right that was still recording. So I then sent that to his boss. I found out who his boss was within the local police station, CC'd in the local, I can't remember who it was, like police commissioner or something. So it had him driving, his vehicle registration, the demand, and then obviously the visit from the police station, visit from the police officers as well, confirming that everything was in order, and he'd failed to represent the police force in a manner that I think was acceptable when kind of introducing yourself to the public. I genuinely don't know what happened to him, but I got a response from the police commissioner that says, I would constitute this as borderline dangerous driving, but certainly driving without due care and consideration. Would you be happy for us and the CPS to press charges? And I just went, treat as you wish. Send. As far as I'm concerned, this matter is closed. You do as you wish, but educate and train. Simple as that. And you know, the law states at that time, there wasn't really any laws at the time, but the law states, you know, it was within 50 metres of any property. There was no property within 50 metres, vertically or horizontally, or in a rotation of, if you wanted to consider the canal boats a home in brackets, then the work that I did was above those of over 50 metres, and everything else was to the point where it was kind of low to the ground, if that makes sense, like kind of less than probably 30 centimetres hovering off the water. At every point in that kind of flight, the aircraft was under control, there wasn't any sign of it going anywhere, and should it fail, it just would have gone plunk into the canal. I also have, there was an app on my phone where I could see if my drone was going into anywhere that it wasn't supposed to be going, plus it also tracked to the meter my flight as well. So I could prove where my drone had been at any given point, which again I showed to the officers. People. Here comes, I recognised what you kept on me. Ah, okay. Now Maggie told me no drones with a single shot pellet barrels. Like oh, okay. Sounds like, yeah, he was. People get really defensive about drones. Don't get me, I get that. I get that. Do you know what I mean? There are certain people that were just plonkers with drones and stuff, but I wasn't. I was kind. I asked. Even with some morning shots, I wanted to get some morning shots of the golf course, because, you know, golf courses in the morning are beautiful. I went and spoke to the people on the golf course and said, do you mind me flying the drone? And the one person says, I do actually, yeah. I do. Can you not fly the drone over the course? And I said, can I ask you why? And he went, well, if it falls out the sky, who's insured? And I went, well, I am actually. Here's my insurance. You know, I had public liability insurance. I'd taken that out myself, public liability. So should it fall out of the sky and injure something or land on a car, at least then I'd done my due diligence, as in, you know what I mean, I'm covered, everything's fine. The batteries were fully charged. I even wrote my name. You didn't have to at the time. I even wrote my phone number on the bottom of the drone, so you can contact me. So if the drone does drop out the sky and land on your roof, conservatory or whatever, phone me. I've got public liability insurance that would cover that. I'd done everything I could in my world at the time. I was one of the first people in the country that took a drone course as well, just to say that I was capable of operating and flying the drone safely. I didn't have to do that 7 years ago either. So, you know, here's my certificate to say I can fly the drone. Here's my public liability insurance. Now, do you mind if I fly over your golf course? And he said, yeah, I still do. And I went, that's perfectly fine, that's perfectly acceptable. I went down the road to the other golf course and went, do you mind if I fly over your golf course? And he went, mate, treat yourself, go on. Can I have some pictures? I said, help yourself. Because 7 years ago, drone pictures were quite rare. They were, you know, it was a different perspective, shall we say. So certain areas like golf courses, can you get me a picture like down the 18th and grab the 19th for us? Like, yeah, I'll do that for free. And I never turned any of it into a business, because the minute you go down the road of a business, you know as well as I do, it's a different insurance. You start paying taxes on sales, and I just couldn't be bothered with any of that. Probably, to be honest, I couldn't get my head around it anyway. That wasn't very well at the time. So it's just something to keep me busy. Very nice, well handled. I like some of these new drones. The FPVs, the first person views, are really, really dope. When people talk about flying over, I tell them to take it up with the FAA. They own all airspace. Yep. Everywhere here. Once you leave the ground, you don't own it. It's a public domain as of 2022 per US Go 170. Oh, okay. It's used up to 400 feet. Ah, see, I think ours was up to, I can't remember what ours was up to. It was about 120 meters or something like that. It got to a point where I can't remember what it was, but again, I'd done the due diligence at the time. In my app, when flying my drone, I had set the maximum height of the drone to 5 meters below that limit. So once you cross that limit, you were then, you know, kind of doing other things. No sure, Bob. Didn't want any of that. 5 meters below it, do what I like. Done. So I am willfully an outlaw. Fight the power, lead the revolution, Grim. That's all I'm saying. I know so many people who got their Title 170 license as drone pilots. So that's probably the equivalent to what I would have, I would say. $175 a year. What the fudge? $175 a year? No, really? That's bang out of order, that. Why? Why? Again, government's making money, man, off a hobby. Drone flying's a hobby, unless of course you're getting the racing drones or whatever and yada yada yada. But drone flying generally is a hobby. Come on, man, that's a rip-off. Scandalous. Shame on you, America. Shame on you. Wow. Actually, the FAA doesn't own the airspace above your property. Ooh, yeah, if you want to avoid issues, 5 meters below is a good choice. Yeah, I think it just was. You know, I didn't take any risks. Drones 7 years ago were either loved or hated, man. There was no in between. I never saw anybody in between that went, you know. There was a lot of curiosity around it as well, actually, like how easy is it to fly, is it difficult to fly, and quite often I'd go, have a go. Have a go. For drones over 0.55 pounds but under 55 pounds, under 0.5 pounds is recreation. Ah, okay, so that's very similar to our drone rules here. I think they've now changed in respect of, it's like you said, it's based on weight. Yeah, it's based on weight. So that'd be interesting because I think DJI do an agricultural drone actually that they can fill up and stuff like that. So that would be interesting to see how that works. Ooh. Itchy eye. And keep you proof when you're flying. Really? I spend most of my time trying to find the crash site. It should be on GPS somewhere. Yeah, it generally should be on GPS because all of them have a tracker or tracking, which you can track on the app. DJI. Most drones are DJI kind of thing. And I know DJI have an app where you absolutely can get within 5 meters of your drone. Curious. No GPS, you got a dull. Oh really? The app has. I mean, the drone's definitely got GPS because it maintains itself and returns to a point. Unless, of course, no GPS. So what have you got? You got to triangulate it based on its last heading and. Okay. Unless you find somebody who's not cooperative and gone, oh, it was going that way, you know. Yeah, good luck finding that. It was going that way. How long was it going that way for? I don't know. Wow, yeah, that'd be a stinker. That's basically just pick a corridor and walk it in it. Damn. And they're not that big either. That's the issue. Yeah. Got to be old school. That would be very difficult to do, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you know the drone's speed and kind of bearing, you're on for a winner chicken dinner. Throw in a couple of wind variables. there's probably a calculation somewhere that could be done, but if they're not going to give you any of that information at all, yeah, that would be a stinker. Deliver and spread the gravel. There goes KH. Where's the gravel compactor? Yeah, here comes Sal with that. Nice. Look at that, boys at work. I ain't done nothing. All I've done today is talk. That's all I've done today is yap. Lisa's gone. Yeah? What the f... Wow. That was... Yeah. That was a call. Dang. I like the new RTK GPS system. 1 centimetre accuracy. 1 centimetre accuracy? What the... Now that's... Yeah. Holy moly, that's... Yeah, that's quite impressive. Do we need the other bucket though? That's the question. I actually think, hang on a minute, I actually think I might be able to do if I go company vehicles. It's not that. Where's the little fella? It's not that. There it is. Cheeky, let's see the cheeky little dozer. I reckon if we take that out, enter. About 200 quid for the chip, weighs 11 grams. Damn. Yeah, I reckon if we fast travel here, we might be able to do this a little bit. Oh, really? Oh, okay, so let's go for the big boy. Nah. Go on, sell it. Yeah, so if we take this down a little bit and then tilt it to the right, like so. That's kind of the way to deal with that. Like a boss. Sweet. There we go. Then he's probably got the, yeah. Let me get out of the way and mirror that. Go on, mirror. Back it up, bad boy. kind of work. I have nothing else to do while I'm here then but research. But are you on the road to recovery, Grim? Because I think last time you were sleeping a lot. Probably because, like you said, because of the meds and stuff. But you know what I mean? Are you good on the meds? Deliverance spread gravel, what we're 95% at the moment. Done. Oh, I'm absolutely going to get rid of that, because that'll be horrendous to get out afterwards. Clear the construction site. Yes, that's them boys, isn't it? Sorry, tree. Nice. Just the dozer left, and then I'm guessing we've got to compact that, and that should be kind of good at that point, he says. Yeah, compact it. Oh, I was hoping me driving it would compact it, that sucks. Now we definitely have two of those bad boys. Mirror's good to go. I think we've got another one. Oh, see, is that a... oh no, I thought that was a magic kind of... what's it got, like the little hammers that you collect then. Oh, right, mirrors off. So I think what we'll do is we'll start getting company, we'll start getting the vehicle fleet back home. So that obviously we can store now, that's done. That I think we can store, that's done. We definitely have another dozer, that's fine. What do we have out? Oh, the big dozer. Yeah, we can store that as well. Hydraulic excavator, store that. Saw compactor we're in, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's good. That should get rid of my... oh, okay. Vehicle fleet. Asphalt compactor. I'm sure we have another one of those. Asphalt compactors. What? We do only have one. Really? I'm surprised at that. I think I'm getting a Radio Master Boxer 2.4 gigahertz ELRS radio and go from there, make my own stuff. I'm much better now, which of course is leading to cabin fever, knowing that I can't do weight on my leg for another month and a half. Yeah, that would suck. Both EdgeTX and ExpressOS are amazing things they've done for the RC community. I can already make LUA scripts, so I'm ahead of some. Damn, dude. Hell yeah. So the 2.4 gigahertz is your transmitter, isn't it? That's what you transmit a radio. Everything used to run. Can you remember the days, I don't know if they still have, you used to have crystals. You used to have like red crystals, blue crystals and stuff like that. Where you would, that's right, compactor, that's home, look. Let's take that out, enter. We should be able to use that. Oh no, it's asphalt, not gravel. Channel crystals indeed, yeah, can you remember them? I used to have, in fact I still do have, it's round at my parents in my shed. I got a little shed in my parents' garage and If ever you ask me dad, he's like, you want to clear your plane out your shed? Basically what that means is, my dad's been putting stuff in my shed. He's running out of room and wants to move my shed. And it was like a training aircraft. Again, before I had the drone, which is flying an aircraft puts you in good stead for flying a drone, because then you understand the left and right, and you know the aircraft don't just bank left; they bank left but lose altitude as well. So you kind of like left turn back on the ailerons ever so slightly. You know what I mean? Just a little bit back, Daisy's going to do. Just a little bit back, so you kind of went left, you know, through in the left and then just a little down, which kind of then made a nice bank and roll. Again, did the tests for those as well. Yeah, it kind of did. What was my test for that? It was take off, circuit right, circuit left, figure of 8. And then land, I think, was the basic certificate. Do you know what I mean? That just got you your basic certificate. Anything else after that was kind of like a different category again, like kind of drives those different categories at the time. And you used to have, we used to have like a little flag. Do you know, there was like, depending on your crystal, if you had like purple crystal in, you'd walk up and there was a board in the air on our like RC airfield where you'd hang up your crystal colour. So obviously then people would then go, he's using purple or whatever, so they wouldn't turn on their transmitters or whatever and kind of jack your plane. Yeah, it was quite unique. And then when you'd finish flying and your transmitter was off, you'd go and take the purple flag down or whatever it was. Yeah, very interesting. Loved it. But the person that got me into it was I can't remember what they call them. It's like a heavy model. It's like a scale model, big scale model. You know, third of the size or something. You know, thousands of pounds worth of model, and yeah, damn. And he sold me a train aircraft, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yep. You're advanced in player skill. 204. I still have a few somewhere. Sold the radio, was too lazy to go and find the channels for them. They got channel 2. You got channel, yeah, because you had one in the transmitter, one in the receiver, and that's how they communicated. Yeah. Good times, man. We ruined ourselves. I've been around a long time. Tech changes really assignment. Yeah, drones. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Where's me? See, I'll do that because I have to find the. There it is. I have to find the arrow. Otherwise, I'm scuppered.
It's obvious that you're not a greenhorn anymore. The paved road seems to be solid enough to safely drive heavy equipment into the forest. The forestry office will also use the road to take better care of the trees.
Nice.
When the first surveys of the artifacts have been completed, my team will be on site and can study and explore the ruins even more thoroughly.
Like this chap based in
I'm curious to
IRC.
see
Most
what
people
else
don't even know what
we'll
it is.
find up there in the monastery ruins.
Oh, you're in the right place, man. Radio control. Oh, God, the good old days. I used to have, what was the one I had? Because I started my life off as a... Oh, what was the name of that thing? It was car racing. It had one of the best motors in it, and it was kind of like it was almost like a triangle shape. So the car had its back, and then it kind of went down at the front, and it was really narrow. And the thing went zoof. It was so fast, it was disgusting. And I can't remember the life of me, but we used to race those. I never raced competitors, but we used to start off as a club, and it's like a sports hall, and we set up a racetrack in the sports hall, and used to stand on the stage, and off you go. Orc was my demigod for about a year. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Loved it. There we go. Right, and on that note, I think we've got to call it there, haven't we? Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. I've got work tomorrow. Streaming don't pay my bills, man. Streaming don't pay my bills. So what we've got next, heavy transport. So we've got 1, 2. We only have 3 missions left on the standard campaigns, and then after that we have the airfield campaign, I believe, which is down here. So we've got the airfield campaign to work through too. So there isn't that much left of the old construction sim. Probably another 5 weeks tops, 5, 6 weeks. Damn, enjoyed it. Not that I did much today personally, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. So on that note, boys and girls, I am going to end the stream there. Thank you guys so much for joining me on your midweek breakup. We've nattered, we've talked, we've gone from cars to courts to radio control stuff. Dazed. Absolutely reach out to me, brother, if you need some help. I am, no dramas whatsoever. Seriously. Drop a message, dude. Drop a message. Big thank you to Mira, to KH, and Sel for staying and joining. Really appreciate you guys' time. And on that note, boys and girls, I will look forward to seeing you on Friday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and look after each other. Good night. Pretty standard.